Since we have been on the topic of arrow functions and we've been learning about how to work with arrow functions, in this video I want to show you how to work with map, sort, filter, and reduce, but using the arrow function syntax. We have seen how to work with these four functions before, but using only the regular JavaScript syntax. But in this case, in this video, we'll see how to use the arrow function syntax with map, sort, filter, and reduce. So let's get started. I'm on my JS field window. I'll take an array called numbers. It will have 5 values. Now what I want to do is I want to first show you how to use the map function, right? And using the map function, I want to double all of these values. So I want to create another array which will store the double values of all of these 5 values, right? So I'll create a variable called doubled, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over each of these values using the map function, and here I'll say n and then the arrow function and then n multiplied by 2. So what's happening here is that every single of these values, I'll get access to them using n, and then I'll be able to pass that into this function here, which will multiply n by 2. And all of these values will be arranged in an array and kept in doubled. Right, so I'll say document.write doubled. So if I output this out, I'll see exactly what I want to see, which is 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10, which is exactly the double value of all the values that were present inside the numbers array. Right, so I'll keep the numbers array, but I'll remove this and I'll show you how to work with filter function now. So what I want to do is I want to filter out all the values that are not greater than 2 or less than 2. So I want to keep only the values that are greater than 2, right? So that's a perfect use case for the filter function. So I'll take a variable called greater than 2, and I'm going to say numbers dot filter, and n, as you know, I get the access of every single of these values inside n, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to say n greater than 2. So filter out all the values that are not greater than 2 and just keep 3, 4, 5, right? So keep 3, 4, 5. So let's see the output here. Document.write greater than 2. So it will keep only the values that are greater than 2, right? So let's see if that works. Yeah, so we get 3, 4, 5, which is perfect, exactly what we want. Now we'll look at reduce. So I'll keep the same array and I'll remove these two lines. I'll say let sum. So with reduce, I want to find the addition of all of these numbers inside the array. So I'm going to say is equal to numbers dot reduce. Now reduce takes 2 values at the same time. So we'll get access to each of these values inside this val variable, and the ACC variable will have the value after we perform any operations with the value, right? So we'll say return ACC plus value, and it's going to take 1 and then going to add that to ACC, which will be 0 to begin with, and then it will take 2, then it will add it to ACC, which will be 1 now, and then we'll add 2 to it, so 3, and then similarly add 3 to the 3 to 3, which will be 6, and 6 plus 4 will be 10, and 10 plus 5 should be 15. That's how the reduce function works. And now what we'll do is we'll document.write the value of sum, and so let's see the output. The output is 15, which is exactly what we want. So we've been able to reduce this array and just find the addition of all the numbers inside the array. Now we want to take a look at the sort function. So for sort function, I'll remove all of these lines. I'll say animals, which is a different array. At this time I'm taking different animals inside this array: cat, dog, elephant, and bee, and ant. All right. Now what I want to do is I want to arrange this array in increasing order. So I'll say animals dot sort, let's say a comma b, fat arrow function. If a greater than b, I'll say return 1, and if a less than b, I'll say return -1, or else I'll say return 0 if both are equal. So I'll say document.write and the value of animals, and hopefully yes. So I see ant, bee, cat, dog, and elephant. Ant, bee, dog, cat, and elephant, which is basically based on the first character, right? So it's in ascending order right now. So I hope you've seen how to work with arrow functions using the 4 most important functions that you'll use inside JavaScript, which is map, sort, filter, and reduce. Yeah, you'll use them quite often, and whenever you read some code on GitHub, that's what you'll find people using these mostly, and they really reduce the length of your code, as in they're nice shorthands, right? So I hope this video was helpful, and if you did like this video, then do subscribe, and thanks a lot for watching.